get the point of what God was saying to me, and I want to read these lyrics to you because it really describes fatherhood in a lot of ways. Because this is what came out of God telling me that's the same thing, same way you are towards me. You forget and you take for granted. Fatherhood is a whole lot about presence. Presence. It's not even that a whole lot of dads, because of course it just depends upon personalities. There are some dads who are very talkative and very demonstrative, and they do a lot. They're very much involved. And there are other fathers who can lead just as strongly without saying very much. Depends on personality, and that's why we all struggle with how do you define fatherhood. And so the Lord has kind of narrowed it down to this for me. It's a whole lot about presence. Just the being there. And it's just that we don't have any idea as to what the dynamics are that are happening when a father is there. Because think about it. There can be a man who's living there, but he's not really there. Fatherhood has a lot of intangibles on it. It has a lot of emotions and feelings on it. But we can't necessarily say, here's what a father is. Here's what a father does. Because just like these women pointed out on The View, well, I do the same thing. So it then starts sounding like you're taking away from motherhood by talking about fatherhood. But you're not taking away from motherhood by talking about fatherhood. Just like on the flip side, if we start talking about all the things that mothers do, then believe me, there's a whole lot of fathers who are like, well, I do that. So how come they get the cards? I do all the same stuff that she does. Because a lot of what fatherhood is about is presence. Here's the word. So I said, there's so much I take for granted, like the rising of the sun. Every time I see the morning, I'm never thankful for the dawn. See, that's fatherhood. A father who's always there with the same things every day, so consistent and so expected that sometimes I forget to say, thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy, for the blue that's in the sky. Thank you, Daddy, for the light that's in your eyes. Thank you, Daddy, for the life beat I've been handed. Talking about a heart beating every day. We don't think about it. It's just there. That's fatherhood. And please forgive me for taking you for granted. There's so much you're always doing. You watch my life and keep me safe. Sometimes you throw in extras, giving me a little bit more grace. You take the time to listen when all I bring are complaints. You carry me on your shoulders and you sing to me in the rain. Thank you, Daddy. See, this is fatherhood. And I had to point it all to God to help us understand that's what God intended for fathers to be. That element in the home that you're doing your job so well that nobody even notices until it's not there.